Do you perform better doing resistance training in a fasted or fed state? That's a good question. I don't know if we've done a video on this before, but we'll explain now. So for myself, I prefer training in a fed state. But when I say fed, it's not I'm stuffed. It just means I've had a small meal that I can digest. I think it's more for hydration than anything else. The bigger the athlete, the more food they need and the quicker they deplete. Now, if you ask someone that's 5 foot tall, 150 pounds, they probably can train fasted because they don't deplete as fast in terms of the electrolytes. So I've got to stay more on top of my food intake than someone else. Evidence to support that claim would be found in top bodybuilders, Olympia athletes. You'll see the tallest or biggest athletes on stage. Their physiques are more, not sure how to put it, precarious in a way to maintain. A bit more fiddly. So they have to carb up a certain amount without getting distended. If they miss a meal, they drop 5 pounds. That's pretty much it. A smaller athlete can get away with a bit more. I'm not sure what the word is. They can get away with more stuff, I guess. Yeah. What about you, Jerome? You train fed sometimes, don't you?
With strength training, I generally prefer to train fasted. But with me, is trying to push every set as hard as I can. A little bit of nausea after a set is fairly common, and I've had some bad experiences having a lot of food in my stomach and then training really, really hard. But if I was going to do anything athletic, I had some kind of competition or sport, I would want a little bit of food in my belly, maybe an hour or two before I train. I'd try and keep it really, really simple. Ground beef, a little bit of fat, maybe a protein shake, and maybe some MCT oil, but just a little something, some kind of fuel for a little bit more of a sustained performance. And Jonathan and I have talked about this before. When you actually add up the amount of time spent lifting and lowering weights in the gym when strength training, it's really not long at all. It's really anywhere from like 5 to 20 minutes of total time under load lifting and lowering weights in the gym. And most of the time in the gym is spent resting. So if it's just strength training, I feel better doing it fasted. Bigger guys, I would agree, generally need food going into their workouts. But for anything athletic, I'd probably have some food in my belly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite individual. I wouldn't say there's a hard and fast rule. I'd just say bigger athletes tend to feel a bit better on a bit more food. How big? I don't know. You got to try this out for yourself. There isn't a best way to do it. Ultimately, what allows you to recover best, feel the best, fits into your schedule, train the hardest. It could be either way. Maybe you like being a bit amped up from a little bit extra adrenaline. When you eat food, you suppress cortisol, you're less stressed. So, there's more than one way to skin a cat, I think. If you're eating a lot of food and you're struggling to get in food, I would take every opportunity to eat food that you can. I get a lot of people that I speak to like, I do intermittent fasting. I don't know, I eat within a 2-hour window, or I do OMAD. How to build muscle? We'll stop fasting. The problem isn't fasting though. The problem isn't the fasting itself. The problem is you're limiting the opportunities to eat food. And if you're struggling to gain weight and you can't eat more food because you're limiting yourself the opportunities to eat, there's your problem. There's the pitfall. It's usually a very simple fix, but yeah, it's a good question. I like that.
Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.